You're listening to the Chronicles of Livin podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk. Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How is everybody doing on Let's Talk Sunday? This is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. And you are listening to Chronicles of Livin podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know us extraordinary folk doing the damn thing the best way we can. And that's all we can ask of ourselves, right? So to the newcomers out there, I just want to welcome you. Thank you for tuning in to the show. I am doing the show from a different location, and that's why I'm a little bit, I don't know, it's just all of a sudden, all this noise just started happening all around me. I'm like, really? I changed my location within my home to do the show, and then now I got all this noise. But anyway, I'm trying to stay focused here. But to the newcomers out there, I just want to welcome you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and to my veterans, my visionary dreamer veterans. Thank y'all for hanging in here and always coming back to tune in, to listen in. Even if you skip a show, 2, 10, whatever, there's enough of them out here for you to get back on whenever you want to. Thank you for tuning in. And today we're just going to get right to it. Let's get ready to rumble. I mean, I had this title in my notes. I don't even know why I had it in my notes, or what made me think of that title. But as I was scrolling through things to talk about, I'm like, I really did not want to talk about this damn coronavirus. I really didn't, because I know everybody is sick of it right about now. And I already talked somewhat about it last week. But for some reason, Spirit just said, yeah, talk about it, but just, shed a different light on it or whatever like that. I don't know how much more of a different light I can shed on it, but let's just roll with that, okay? I know one damn thing. This whole lockdown situation that's about to go down, in some places it's already going down, will let you start to hear your neighbors when you never heard them before. That's what I'm facing right now. I'm just like, what is all that noise? Like, I never heard my neighbors before. I'm like, I didn't even know they really lived next door or whatever like that. But all of a sudden, I'm just hearing all this noise. Anyway, let's get ready to rumble. And when I say that, I'm not just talking about, like rumbling as in physical rumbling. Please don't rumble. But I know that this situation, the lockdown that some people are facing, can cause some rumbles physically, because we're going to be faced to have to stay in with some people, with our family members, with, whoever we live with. And sometimes you might not get along, or sometimes that's when you find out that you might not get along, or sometimes you might find out that you don't like each other, actually. But then the rumble part comes in when you decide that you're going to make light of the situation, just like Spirit told me to. Meaning, like, you're going to learn how to look at the people that you live with at their best light. Now, sometimes that could be hard. But if you look at yourself and realize that within yourself, me included, as I always say, every show that I do, I'm talking to me too, okay? So if you can go internally and look at yourself and know that you too have different flaws or have worked on different flaws throughout your life, then you can learn to look at the people that you have to, in some cases, endure through this whole lockdown that's going on. You know what I mean? I say to challenge each other. Like I had wrote on my Facebook post, and y'all know I'm working on this whole social media. I always say that, but people have wished me happy birthday on my family and friends. I need to go to my business Facebook as well. So if you wish me happy birthday on that one, I'm coming over there. I thank you. I thank everybody that wished me happy birthday, March the 18th. That was my birthday. And, I had said that basically this is a time for us. And I think I might have mentioned it on last week's show as well. This is a time for us to do damage control. Let's say that. I ain't say it that way, but I'm going to say it this way this time. This is time for us to do damage control within us, our mind, soul, body, and spirit. You know what I mean? This is a time for us to do damage control as into how we treating the earth, how are we treating our resources, how are we treating, are we just running the water? Are we just, that throwing trash on the ground when we go outside? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? To that we can start working on ourselves to do better, that can help the environment as well as help ourselves, because viruses, they form from germs, of course. This particular virus, as I was reading up, came from wild animals, people eating wild animals. But in that being said, if it came from people eating wild animals, that means that the wild animals are in this environment. They were in certain environments or whatever like that. If our environment is much cleaner or whatever, our air becomes cleaner. We don't have as much pollution. You know what I'm saying? It's just a domino effect. So we have to examine how are we as a whole or individually, let's say that individually, how are we adding or how are we depleting our earth, our atmosphere, our environment? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? We got to rumble for not just for ourselves, not just for our sanity, not just for the money we losing or whatever like that, but we got to rumble for the place that we live. What we got to walk outside to every day. We got to rumble for that and make it better for us as a whole, make it better for all of us. You know what I'm saying? If we all just do our part, then things will get better in our environment, in our atmosphere, in the air. So much pollution in the air, just the air that we breathe outside. That's why I like to go to the park and I go walking or jogging in the park, because at least you got the trees surrounding you and you got the grass that's that good oxygen or whatever like that. But nevertheless, you got to start looking at yourself and thinking about in this time, taking advantage of the time, not just looking at it like, oh my gosh, I gotta stay in the house, I can't do nothing. Listen, I was talking to this one lady at one of the stores, and she was talking about how we always complain that we want a vacation. Okay, now this is not the vacation of your dreams, of course not. It's not the white sandy beaches and things of that nature, but you can improvise. You can take the time out to be creative. I was saying that I was filming some YouTube videos, which I'm going to upload, but you can take the time and be creative. Why don't you have a contest? Okay, let's do that. Let's have a contest, and each person, be creative and think of creative things to do within your household that is fun. Not just the typical, okay, yeah, we all know now we got all the time in the world to do the spring cleaning, to do, to throw out stuff that we don't need anymore, and to really, really fine tune our household to the point that is very, very comfortable. You know what I mean? Those things that you've been putting off. Oh, I'm gonna get to that closet. You just keep throwing things in that closet. I'm gonna get to that drawer that everything goes in that drawer. That when you come in the house, everybody has that drawer in their kitchen that you just throw all kinds of stuff in. Maybe you might have 2 of them, but to clean out that drawer, just things like that. we want to do those things, but we also want to do fun things as well. We want to have the spa day. Go get you some candles and, and soak and all that whole bit. You want to detox. Go get you some sea salt. Detox your whole body so, you can get all these toxins out of you. You'd be surprised if you put some sea salt in a foot little bath or tub or whatever like that. You'd be surprised what it come out and how that water will turn if you got a lot of toxins in your body. I said before, to play the board games, to, play some cards, why don't you do this? Why don't you, if you got a neighbor, if you got family or whatever like that, why don't y'all swap meals and act like it's takeout and surprise each other and what each other cook? I mean, just be creative, something different if that person can cook. We want to go with the people that can cook though. I mean, if they can't, you can give them some directions or whatever, or have them challenge them to go search some recipes or whatever like that. You know what I mean? Different little things like that. You can make it fun, challenge each other for a cook-off and swap meals or whatever like that. And then just act like you out at a dinner or a diner or, a restaurant or whatever like that. Give each other a menu and ask each other I know that we got this whole thing about, food. We want to make sure that we got all our food. But if you swapping meals, you still sharing the food. You know what I mean? You're still going to have the same amount of food. But little things like that, me, myself, I made sure I had all the essentials, that peanut butter and jelly, gotta have the peanut butter and jelly, gotta have the ramen noodles for the backup when things, start running low. And if all else fails, then, this is a good time for you to fast. This is a good time for you to fast. So if somebody asks you about food, I'm fasting. You know what I mean? Get some real spiritual clarity in your mindset, It's just we have to learn how to look at this situation that we in as just that, a situation that too shall pass. This world has been through so many other things that's worse than this. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you haven't faced it. Maybe it was your ancestors that faced it, but nevertheless, they faced it. They came through, and they were your grandma, grandpa, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And everything's good. So everybody gets a turn, I guess. Everybody gets a turn to see what they're made of, to see how we're built, to see how will we react to things. And I think it's crazy because it's like, I'm so glad that I didn't plan a 50th birthday party because I just turned 50 and my mom was like, you gonna have a party? This before all of this stuff happening. For some reason in my spirit, I was just like, I don't really want to have a big party. I'm not really with the whole spending all this money for everybody to enjoy the one day. And excuse me, guys. And it's not me. No, I don't have the virus. Okay. I just had a little sneeze. My nose was itching. Okay. I say that these days, but, I just felt in my spirit, like I just wanted to be on some chill for my birthday. And excuse me. Okay, it's an incense. I'm light. I have an incense lighting, and the smoke from the incense is making me sneeze. Okay, guys. What nobody saying, ADionne must be sick. You know what I mean? Anyway, I was just telling her that I really just wanted to chill for my birthday, and that's what wound up happening. I still got out. I went to breakfast at this place called Nana's Chicken and Waffle. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And I had, what was it? Peach cobbler waffles. It was around about 11 o'clock. I had peach cobbler waffles, some fried chicken, lemon mimosa, some coffee. It was the bomb. They sang happy birthday to me. The waiter must have told the other waiters that it was my birthday, and it was nice. They came over and sang happy birthday to me. They gave me this little waffle cake with the one little candle on it. It was so nice. And my silly behind, I said, can I videotape it? They said, yeah, I'm all holding a doggone cell phone thinking I'm videoing it. And I ain't never pushed the damn record button. So I don't have that to share. But nevertheless, I got the picture of the little cake and the memory of it. And then what else? And I got my hair did. And I went to another restaurant that had karaoke night going. It was kind of like a club restaurant, and they did karaoke night. The whole place sang happy birthday to me and like 5 other chicks. Their birthday was that night. It was all good. So just little things, yeah, you might not be able to go out, but have a virtual party. How about that? How about be creative? Have a virtual party. You know what I mean? Do Google Hangouts if it is your birthday coming up or your anniversary or whatever it is that's coming up. How about have a virtual party and just, pick a something on the internet to play and everybody, get their little drink and toast and just tune in and just have it all together. I mean, there is so many I know somebody gonna take that idea. I just thought of that. Thank you, Spirit. That's a good ass idea though. Just to have a virtual party. I need to brand that. Virtual parties, yeah. But you could do things like that just to do something different, maybe tell your teenagers something like that, or they already gonna figure it out. But I'm hoping that this is a time that it'll bring people that truly love each other together more. But also that it will help you create a stronger bond with your kids. If your kids live at home with you, you got teenagers, small children, whatever, they live at home with you, that instead of it being like a whole everybody's on their cell phone or on a computer or whatever like that, but you just allot a certain time, maybe 2 hours out of that day, that y'all come together as a family and let each other pick something different to do every day. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be y'all decide that y'all all want to watch a movie together, or whether it be y'all want to play cards together, whether it be y'all want to play a board game together, whether it be y'all want to get some old time coloring books from the dollar store and color together. I mean, if we go back to the old school before we had all these luxuries, this internet, this social media, all this stuff that we got that's at the tip of our fingers, and we just keep it on a manual tip and we keep it on a real old school tip, you will be surprised as to how this lockdown time can wind up really being a vacation, wind up being something that you can move forward after we come out of lockdown and have better habits and a better connection with your peoples. You know what I'm saying? A better bond. And then you can move forward in that. I think a lot of people are really going to get to know each other. We go through life, we go to work, whatever we do, we send the kids to school. Not my kid is grown. He's not a kid anymore. He's 21. But anyway, we send them off and we go to work, and basically by the time, they come home, or even if you're in a relationship, or even if you're not in a relationship, by the time you come home from work, either you're going to get on the phone with somebody, maybe your mother, your father, or your boo or whatever like that. Or maybe if you are in a relationship and you live with somebody, you're going to see your boo and y'all going to talk about y'all day, or maybe not. And then later on, y'all might catch something separately. Most of the time these days, a lot of families don't even eat at the table together. That was something I was very strong on with my son. Like, we're going to eat together. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing the cell phones. We not none of that. We eat together. And a lot of times what we used to do is we used to pick a show that we like to binge watch, or whatever, but we would sit together and eat, you know what I mean? And talk about the show, whatever like that. But now we would also talk to each other about what's going on in our lives and all that. And we used to, every Friday and every, Saturday, even when he became a teenager, we used to do game night. And this is before all of this stuff was going on. I just was strong with that because that's something that, when I was growing up, we did at my grandparents' house. My mom, she would play games with us. We would do the Connect Four and the Trouble and all that stuff like that. And we would enjoy it. And I think that it's time for us to bring that stuff back. If you got a backyard, and it's nice outside, go in your backyard, make that, I saw people getting, today they was getting charcoal and all that stuff, grilling out, so it's your backyard. It's still your space. You still in it. If you do have a backyard or a front yard or whatever like that, have a little barbecue or whatever like that. Like we don't have to be in this mindset like, oh my gosh, I can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They trying to, I mean, I feel like it's a control thing, whatever like that. But nevertheless, whenever your city or your town or whatever is on lockdown, that's just what it's going to be. I mean, at the end of the day, it's for us to stay healthy or whatever like that. But make the most of it. Let this be the time. I mean, for me, I'm going to be honest. I feel good about it because there are a lot of things that I have been putting off. There's a lot of things that I have set the goals to complete this year. You know what I mean? And so now I have the time to do them, and I'm just anxious. I mean, I'm not anxious, but I'm excited about it that I actually have the time to do these things. You know what I mean? So if you start shifting your mindset in that way, like, hold on, what is it that I always wanted to do? What is it that I kept putting off? What is it that, you know what I'm saying, would make a huge difference in my life if I buckle down and focus on it? You start getting that mindset, then you won't even think. You'll be like, hold up, wait a minute, I ain't ready to go back. I'm not ready for things to be, on lock up or whatever you want to say, open back up to us or whatever like that. So that's what I just challenge y'all to do. I challenge y'all to start writing down the things. And I talked about this in probably last week's show, I believe. Just start writing down a list of things that you've been putting off and get to them. You know what I mean? Set your calendar. Set your calendar. Start video chatting more with your peoples. You know, me and my son, we started video chatting more. I like that because, I get to see his face. He's still away at his college because he lives in the house and they allowed him to stay, which is great. His college is kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I feel safe about that. And then they're looking over whatever like that. But he not reckless. He's not as reckless as me. He's gonna stay his behind in the house. He got his friends or whatever out there too as well. But nevertheless, this is the time for us to get a lot of shit done that we've been putting off and learn some new things. Learn some new things about us, things we like to do, things we don't like to do, people we want in our lives, people we don't want in our lives, habits we need to get rid of, habits we need to gain, things of that nature. Just start writing it out, y'all. Just take this time and do that, I mean, I really wanted to bring a guest on this week, but I had been ripping and running, just trying to get my household in order and getting prepared in case they call this national lockdown. Like I've been hearing rumors about making sure I got enough food and all that good stuff in the house and everything is straight for me. So I didn't get a chance to do that, but I guess it was just meant for me to just come on and just kind of chit chat about this again. But I promise y'all, the next show, I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm so done with this whole situation, and I so be glad when it's over. And I do pray for all the family, all the people that had to face this situation head on, and that the lives that has been lost and things of that nature. But I want to I'm going to share some links with y'all for some different things that you can do, for your, or get. I'll just say it like, elderberry, echinacea with golden seal, and it's a lot of things out here for your immune system. But I'll leave some links or whatever like that for y'all, okay? So it ain't much more to talk about because I'm done with this whole situation for real. I don't know. This might have been a boring show, but but I'm just like, I just want to inspire y'all and encourage y'all. I mean, it don't sound like I'm inspired and encouraged because I'm sitting here. I got a onesie pajama set on right now. I'm chilling. I just got finished eating. I actually got a little free coupon in the mail for the free combo meal. And I was like, you know what? I looked at that and I said, wow, God is blessed me. You know what I mean? Like, some people would have got the coupon and just looked at it like, okay, a free meal. But I looked at it like I was just praising God and just telling God on my way home, like, thank you. Thank you for blessing me with the money to be able to do things and get the things that I need or whatever like that. And I was just like, I don't know how this thing is going to go, but I just know that I'm taken care of or whatever like that. Me and my family, my son, whatever, my friends, we all taken care of. I know that. And then I get that. I go to the mailbox and I have that coupon. I beelined around, got my little free meal. But I looked at it as God telling me, since I was just praising Mother God, Father God, as I opened up that mailbox, you straight. I got you. I got you. And you ain't going to never need anything. You're not going to ever want for anything. And yesterday I went on my walk in the park and I found like 3 pennies on the ground. Day before I found 3 pennies on the ground when I was washing my car. It's like little signs. And I had 3 rainbows in my house yesterday in different areas of my house. And if y'all listen to the other show, Rainbows or whatever like that, rainbows come from storms. Yo, I just been getting rainbows in my house. Like, it's crazy. I mean, vibrant little spots, little strips, little whatever, even through the rain. So I just look at that as a sign that God is always watching. And we just got to have the faith instead of the fear. And that's it. Keep living your life. Keep your energy up. Don't allow this situation to break you down or break your spirit or whatever like that. It's crazy because it's just like my energy is just so up. You would think that in this situation it would be down, but it's just so up. Like, every day I'm just waking up like, hey, it's life. And I had texted a friend and all of a sudden the old song, Happy Days song, played in my head. These happy days are yours and mine. And I can't remember the rest of the song, but it kept playing in my head. And it was just like, for me, I just looked at it like, again, confirmation. God is with us, guys. This is just a purging time and us just to acknowledge what are we taking for granted, to start appreciating the things that we thought was small as blessings, to start appreciating the different people that's in our lives that's really there for us and that's really helped us in some type of way, appreciating them and not just keep thinking like, okay, people got to give you more and more and more, but just appreciating the people for what they can do and what they did do or whatever like that. This is a time for that. It's an awakening for us as a whole, as well as individually. You know what I mean? This is a great awakening for us. That's what I truly believe, regardless of the situation and why they're saying we have to be on lockdown. I truly believe that this is an awakening call for us in so many different ways. And I just hope we all pay attention, and I hope we all get whatever the awakening message is for us individually, and that we move on that, and that we walk in the thing that will make sure that as we come out of this, we are better than we was when we went into it. And that's all I want for all of us, guys. So with that being said, I'm going to end this show today because I got some laundry to put away. I didn't get finished folding up my laundry from the other day. And you know how that is. Everything all wrinkly. Now I got to iron stuff. Ugh. Anyway, so just make sure y'all get out there, get what you need. But don't be sitting there fighting each other over the last toilet tissue and stuff like that. Please. Please. You can always wear some paper, so but just don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, we all have the necessities, the same necessities, okay? So if you got to break a pack in half and go half on the toilet tissue, whatever you got to do, let everybody walk away with some toilet tissue, okay? But with that being said, I will talk to y'all next Sunday on Let's Talk Sunday. Thank you guys for supporting the books, Visionary Dreamer, 90-Day Journal. I see actually the sales have been going up on that. I know this is a time that we can do a lot of journaling. We really can. We can sit down and do a lot of journaling. And also with the workbook, Transform Your Life, Discover Your Purpose. This is a perfect time for you to get that book. Both of them are available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Just type in April, ADionne, ADionne, Williams, WILLIAMS, and the books will come up. This is the perfect time for both of those books. And that's not me just promoting myself, the books or whatever, but know how I formatted those books. This is the perfect time for you to go and grab both of them. Okay. I'll have the links within the podcast to get to Amazon, or you could just go search it like I said. Okay. It's not that hard. And also follow me on IG and YouTube, Chronicles of Living without the G, Livin. Okay. Definitely would love to connect with you guys. And that's it. That's the show. That's the day. It's not a 40-minute show. Yay. I love you guys. And thank you guys for all of your support, for continually coming back and listening to the show. I do this for you, as well as pep talking myself. And I just pray that each and every show is encouraging and inspirational and motivational to you in some type of way. Okay. Please continue to share the show. I love you guys, man. I really do. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. I was saying it purposely, but some people would be like, oh gosh, you can't talk. I appreciate you all. Okay. Peace. Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chroniclesofliving.com. Until next time, this is ADionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.